This is Dan Dillon with Not the Bee, and we have a new Disney trailer. It's a very interesting allegory. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer, and I'll react in real time and then give you my pointed thoughts.
3, 2, 1.
Asha!
I'm here. Whew, just 1 second. Let me catch my breath. Once upon a time stood Rosas, the most magical kingdom, founded by a king with the power to grant wishes.
You are their handsomest, most beloved king.
You're right. I am a handsome king.
I'm so nervous, I think I'm going to explode.
My best friend, the king's apprentice.
My mouth drooping? I feel like it's drooping.
Asha, come with me. The wishes of Rosas.
Whoa.
People give their wishes to me, and I grant the wishes I am sure are good for Rosas.
Some of these will never be granted.
Not some, most.
They deserve more than...
I decide.
What everyone deserves.
So I look up at the stars to guide me
I wish.
and throw caution to every warning sign.
Oh, you spoil us with your magic.
I didn't do it.
What?
Last night, I made a wish on a star. And the star answered.
I'm talking. I am talking. Ha! Who knew my voice would be this low?
I believe I have just been threatened.
Who would dare threaten you? I have no response to that.
So I look up at
There is a traitor amongst us. Find Asha.
caution to every
It's a dead end.
With unsanded mahogany.
Oh, good find, Valentino.
My butt found it.
I started this. I have to finish it.
So I make this wish.
What are you hiding?
Nothing. And nobody.
What is going on in there?
Okay, ladies! Your wings can't fly, but your voices can!
First of all, let me just say, the animation in this movie looks really stupid. It looks like it's made for TV, maybe in a Disney Plus series or something like that for kids. It doesn't look very detailed. That's the first thing that just strikes my eye. But when you go beyond just the kind of cheesiness of the jokes and the poor animation, you get to the heart of the issue that I have personally with this trailer. And I think it was said very well by Joel Berry, who's the managing editor of the Babylon Bee on X. He said, Disney writers want this to be an allegory for fighting the patriarchy, systemic oppression, living your truth, and raging against God. And he's right. I mean, when you watch that trailer, it's pretty obvious what the motivation was in this story. You have this God king who's very popular and almost worshipped by his people, and he grants wishes, aka listening to prayers, making decisions about what wishes he's going to grant based upon whether or not it seems like it's the best thing for the entire kingdom. And he says most wishes are ignored or denied. That sets the protagonist up to want to rebel against this king. And it's pretty obvious what the allegory here is saying. And it's pretty obvious who the king is supposed to be. But the crazy thing is, I mean, the king in this trailer, at least, I haven't watched the whole movie, is the bad guy. It's the villain. And this is a recurring theme now in Disney movies, displaying or portraying God as some sort of villain. And some people might say you are going too far. This isn't an allegory, but it really is true. I mean, this isn't an accident. This movie just wasn't written in a day and thrown together. This is very carefully crafted by a room full of very talented, even if they are misled, talented writers, editors, producers. They all see the allegory. They all see the connotations of the story that they're creating. This is the main narrative of the entire plot of the story. So we're seeing that this is the primary focus of what these writers put their attention to. And this person, I don't know the names. Let me look real quick. The girl's name is Asha, meaning wish, hope, or desire. And she's invited to apprentice under a magic king who grants wishes to his people. The king creates order, law, stability, and peace. Sound like anybody you know? But then Asha learns that the king only grants the most important wishes, which seems unfair. Why would an all-powerful king who claims to love all his people withhold his power and mercy for only some of his citizens? She wonders, is this even a good king? You want your daughters to be able to watch Disney movies. I mean, they're the highest production quality movies made for children. And I would like to be able to take my kids to see these things in the theater and think, hey, we're going to have a good time. We're going to get a good message. It's going to be a positive story. It's probably going to reinforce the truths about the importance of family and love and loyalty. But instead, we get movies that say that rebelling against the authority figures in your life is a positive thing, because oftentimes the people who are telling you what is good and what is right are oppressive and villains, even if they seem good on the surface. That's the underlying message here. And it corresponds to the message that's communicated by a lot of activist groups in our country right now, trying to undermine the family structure, trying to undermine the authority of parents. You see schools all across the country meeting in private with kids about gender issues that they don't want to discuss with their parents. And entertainment, if you call it that, like this, is preparing kids mentally for embracing meetings like that. This isn't accidental. This is a big deal. The fact that this is the storyline for the next Disney movie that girls are going to be watching across this country and idolizing this character and subconsciously thinking that the authority figures in their spiritual life, the authority figures in their life at home are potentially villains, and questioning all of that. Everybody has the right to question, is this person really looking out for me? Because sometimes, unfortunately, they're not, right? We all have the right to question that. But this doesn't just question, this glorifies it, and it's repetitive. It's the same theme over and over and over again in all of these Disney movies, that you need to reject the shackles of your oppressive parents or authority figures and pursue what makes you happy and what you think is best. And what you end up with in this kingdom, Asha learns how to use magic and grant wishes or grant prayer requests herself. If everyone's wish was always granted, you'd have hell on earth. That's Joel Berry again from the Babylon Bee. He said that, and he's right. You can't just get everything that you want whenever you want it. Every single wish granted, every single prayer answered exactly how you want it. That's not the way that it works. It's pretty obvious that this movie wants your daughters to ask, is God really good? Are my parents really good for following him? That's not the question I want my daughters leaving a movie theater asking. This is the message that's being communicated to our children on a daily basis in public schools, even in private schools, in movies, on television. This is obviously a story that is going to question traditional family values, that is going to question the authority of God, the authority of family, the authority of parents. And that is not how I want to spend my time or my money. So I'm choosing not to go.